don't think there's any like aliens or Bigfoot going on in the land between the lakes. I think it's Glimmer Man and Dog Man.
A nice cheesy double cheeseburger, double smash burger.
How you feeling about this trail so far?
Camping in the snow. It's really cool. And we got a nice fire here, nice and hot. Staying warm. Ooh. Just be careful.
Welcome back to the DK Adventure Co. I'm Kyle.
I'm JR.
John. So we are staying at this campground at the state park in Tennessee tonight, just as a place to stop while traveling. Tomorrow we're heading north up to a cool place, the land between the lakes in Kentucky. So that'll be cool. But tonight, just chilling, basic camp setup. Got two of us sleeping in the vehicles. JR's got the backpacking tent pitched.
Because it doesn't have a car to camp in.
Yeah, it doesn't have a camping
By
vehicle.
choice.
By choice. By choice.
My choice is I'm poor.
And what have you got there?
This is High West Double Rye.
Ooh.
Pretty excited for a glass of this tonight.
All right. Well, not too much of it. We got to get up pretty early tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, we'll see. I don't even have to drive. I'm putting this in the front seat.
And John's got the 4Runner with the awning. Great for tackling those trails. And we've gone camping with John quite a few times in the middle of the wilderness. He's a man that loves just sitting back and relaxing.
Yeah. In the quiet, without the hillbillies and the guns.
And the people recording video footage.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, so like if we hit this is on the southeast side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different roads to hit, whereas all these other ones are one classification to 3. So like there's just not as many campsites. Like this one here, Salvels Branch, has 2 potential roads. So I think if we start on the southeast side, and then work up to these other ones, just gives us the numbers game, gives us the most opportunities to find a good spot that, if we go down, if we spend 2 hours going to one of these roads that you can't get down or I can't get down, that's a waste. But if we go to this first one, there's 5 roads, there's going to be one we can make. So, and that'll be on the east side. I don't know, especially with that wind coming from the west, being on the far side of the island is gonna
Trees will
it's gonna a lot less wind.
That makes sense.
Seems
good in theory.
Because if we're on that west side, right off the bay, it's going to be cold, like even colder than it is.
True. Coming right off the water.
Yeah, so I think that east side is going to be our best bet.
Now, how much like exploring and stuff do you want to do? Do you just want to go straight to a campsite or go around? You go see like the elk and bison.
So like
and then ride along.
There's like the problem is it's such a big piece of land that everything's so spread out.
Yeah.
Like we could, I don't know. I like to find that campsite first. And then decide, oh, I'm tired of driving, we can go look around tomorrow, you know what I mean, or go hiking. But also the opportunity is if we get to one of these peninsulas, that's infinite water
like beachside you can walk on, or even go out in the forest. One of them has a cemetery right next to it, so we can go look for cryptids and shit.
What is it? The dog man?
There's the dog man, and then there's some like
The beast.
I think there's some like Glimmerman reports and stuff.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, dude. So
Hell yeah.
I don't think there's any like aliens or Bigfoot going on in the land between the lakes. I think it's Glimmerman and Dogman territory.
Beasts.
I mean, aliens could in theory be like anywhere, right? They could come down and
Yeah, but I think they have like a pact with the Dogman and the Glimmerman to like to stay out. Like this is the Dogman.
this is the dog man's area. No abducting potential dog man victims.
Well, I don't care if it's dark, but oh no, actually,
What if there's no lights?
Well, darkness is creeping in. Got a bit of an early sunset this time of year. From what I've seen, this is a pretty nice state park, but we're not going to see too much of it today. Actually, just over there, I believe there is, in fact, a pretty nice canyon with a famous hiking trail that goes down into the canyon, but not for us. Maybe we'll come back someday. Tonight, it's like an outdoor hotel room.
tensioning out my fly a little bit. I had adjusted the corners and tightened them down so these came a little bit looser, so I'm just kind of making sure, just in case. I don't think we're expecting rain tonight, but I don't want to get wet on the first night because we got 2 more of these and it's gonna be cold.
I've got a new little doohickey here. It's an outdoor thermometer, so I know it says 46, but it feels a lot colder because it just rained today.
Yeah, that's
Smaller space to keep warm too.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how I sleep tonight, but it'll be fine. I'll be really warm in there.
I've got a cozy setup in here as well. This is a new sleeping bag. It's the North Face 1 bag, and it'll be my first night using it. So should be real cozy. Oh yeah, that'll burn nice. So, to the first night of a great adventure. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, John. Today we got here a Creature Comforts. This is the automatic pale ale. I really like this one. It's almost a little bit funky in my opinion. I don't really know how to describe it honestly, but it's not like an overly hoppy pale ale. It has a nice flavor to it. It's super crushable. I think it's actually a 6% or so. It's a little bit stronger than your average and super tasty. And if anybody knows, Creature Comfort is out of Athens, Georgia, so local to us and probably one of the best breweries in the state. So probably have heard of Tropicalia, and they make other really great beers. Cheers. Not too much going on here tonight, so we'll go ahead and sign off for the night. Gonna just chill by the campfire and burn out the rest of this little bundle of wood. So cheers to everyone out there. Cheers, JR. Cheers indeed. John's gone to bed, so we're just gonna sit by the fire and let this guy burn to the night, and we'll probably still be in bed by 8 o'clock local. Absolutely. It's gotta be an early one to turn in because we have an early one to wake up tomorrow. So the grand adventure begins. This is but a jumping off point. Looking forward to it, and really looking forward to showing you guys what this place is like, because we haven't seen it, but it seems to be really cool. Yeah, you bet. All right, well, that's it for us tonight. Good night. We'll see you in the morning. Good night. Oh, good morning. It's just after 6 a.m. and we're up and at 'em. Whew. The sun isn't even up yet, so gonna go ahead and start to get packed up and be out of here soon.
Morning, guys.
Morning. There's stuff on my face still? Toothpaste? In my beard?
No?
Good, I wiped it off with a sock.
Okay. And you're all not much to pack up in there, huh, John?
No, just fucking throw the mattress forward and go.
All right.
Boogie, boogie. You got a shovel up.
JR's got all his
Why'd my shovel out?
tent and everything packed up. He was up real early.
I'm gonna see how long it takes me to get packed. Let's go ahead and
Break down the bed and load up the Forester here.
as you can see,
This morning at camp, it is a brisk 26 degrees Fahrenheit, so we are below freezing, and my fingers are going numb.
Okay, well, we're all packed up, both vehicles. New record for me. Took 14 minutes and some change to get everything loaded up from sleeping setup in Forester to ready to hit the road. So, how'd you guys sleep? Warm. Yeah?
Yeah, it was okay. Not too bad in the tent. A little windy, but didn't have any issues.
Yep, it got to be pretty cold. I think the coldest is here in the last hour or two. You know,
It's about 25 out.
Yeah. Oof. So today we're hitting the road. We're going north. We're in South Central Tennessee today. Like I said, South Cumberland. So we're gonna head north, go through Nashville, take a detour, go northwest all the way up to the Tennessee-Kentucky border. Should take us about 3 hours driving straight there with stops. I don't know, 3.5, 4. So the adventure is ready to start, and the sun is starting to come out. And we are ready to go. We've got the 2-vehicle convoy here. I'm going to be in the Forester, and JR and John are going to be in the 4Runner. How do we stay in touch, do you ask? Well, we've got our trusty radios. So code names today, since I'm in the blue Forester, I'm Mr. Blue. Mr. Green tent here is Mr. Green. Mr. White 4Runner John is Mr. White. So let's do a radio check here. Mr. Green. Whoop. Mr. Green, do you read me? Do you read me, Mr. Green?
This is Mr. Green. Do you hear me, Mr. Blue?
Mr. Blue, loud and clear.
Can I please get a number 8 with a medium coffee?
Breakfast fuel. Crispy chicky.
All right, down on the interstate now. So it's a straight shot to our destination. We should be getting there around 10 a.m. local time. So still got another couple hours of driving here. John and I and JR are in different vehicles, so it's just me in this part of the caravan. So we'll see what JR is up to in the 4Runner with John here. Got him on the radio. Mr. Green, do you copy?
Yeah, what up?
Just checking if the signal can reach. I don't have visual on you.
Alright, John and I just passed through Nashville. We have lost contact with Kyle, so we're just going to keep driving and meet him at our next destination. But otherwise, it's a beautiful day. Looking forward to camping.
And we are reunited. What's up, JR?
What up? How was the drive for you?
Oh, it was okay. You know, not too crazy. Kind of sparse. The traffic wasn't bad because, you know, we left so early. And we're taking a pit stop here at the pit stop. So, getting some supplies. We are right next to the land between the lakes. So the next objective, now that we got both vehicles back together, is go find some firewood, and then we're going to go inside and get the adventure started. Go off-road a little bit.
Looking forward to that.
Hell yeah.
All right, we have gotten to the visitor center. We're gonna check things out here and see what's going on. There's also a planetarium, which seems pretty cool, but I guess we'll find out what the heck is going on with the land between the lakes.
1970s and 80s also brought a continued demonstration focus on wildlife restoration and management and environmental education. LVL staff began managing for wild turkey and white-tailed deer. Experts reintroduced giant Canada geese, river otters, and osprey, and helped restore our nation's symbol, the then endangered American bald eagle. Throughout the years, LVL staff has educated countless visitors.
Loaded up on some firewood at the big campground store here. Nice to have the roof rack and basket handy. And now we will head into the wilderness after we get out of the campground here. And we're gonna go scope out for campsites, go explore.
I peeked into one of the pens, and I kid you not, there was something squatted over the horse who it had to have killed, as it was a healthy animal. He took very good care of it. Now, I've seen wolves eat animals before, and this thing, well, it wasn't like that.
This could get icy.
Got a birdie. Bunch of birdies. Yep, this is gonna be something when it starts snowing for sure.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Skinny pedal.
Skinny pedal go.
Okay. We are officially off-road. Gonna see what this Subaru Forester's capable of. I'm all stock. Stock Forester Premium, and I have touring tires, not even all-terrains. So we will see what we can do. If I hit anything too dicey for the Forester, we'll turn around and go to the
Mr.
backup
Blue,
plan.
this is Mr. Green. How you feeling about this trail so far?
It's kind of ruddy. Tell them to stay.
Mr. Green, so far so good.
Tell 'em to
I
stay
think
up
if it
on-
gets any worse and muddier, we'll see. Let's see
up
how
on-
it goes.
Stay up on the left. Try to keep your tire, your right tire, out of the washout. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You should be fine.
All right, this is JR here. I'm towards the bottom of the main trail. We just kind of got off onto this one. It's rated in the 300s on a scale 1, 2, 3, and 4. So as you can see, pretty deep ruts here going down. I think once we get past this part, it shouldn't be too bad and fairly traversable, but I'm down here and I'm gonna kind of coach them through coming down. So let's see what's going on. We're gonna have John coming down first here in the white vehicle, Mr. White here. And I'm gonna have him go as far to his left as possible to avoid this. And then Mr. Blue, Kyle, is coming down right behind him. So I think we should be okay. We just gotta make it past this part and I think we'll be smooth sailing from here.
How much room did I have on that side?
You had a good bit.
Like 6, 8 inches?
I mean, you can see your tire tracks here.
I'll pull down here and I'll get out and
All right, they went a little further down the trail. I'm not 100% sure what they stopped for, but I think they were just scouting the trail to make sure it's good enough for the Subaru to come through before we bring it down this mountain, or not mountain, just the hill, and make sure that we're not going to get stuck down here. So just being very precautionary. We have plenty of time. Just the worst case scenario, because it is supposed to be some not great weather for the next day or two, we would just want to make sure we're not gonna really screw ourselves over here. All right, I just got the news. It's been about 10-15 since John left. John and Kyle both left. I've lost visual and I lost radio for a minute there on them, but just got word that they're thinking we're gonna turn back here. We think that the Subaru can make it down there and it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But the problem is with some of these ruts and with the possibility of some freezing and even maybe snow, that we're just a little worried on the exit tomorrow or the day after and the possibility of getting stranded down here. So we're gonna probably turn around here and keep searching. All right, just filming Kyle backing out. He had to come back up this hill a little bit. Just had to make the turnaround, so, well, he couldn't turn around, but we had to turn around on the trail down there in the 4Runner, and he's got to back it all the way up this trail.
We're on another trail now. This is just down the road from the one we tried. Got some mud puddles already. Let's see what's down here.
Kind of follow what y'all's doing. Got a little cut to the left here.
No campsites here, but that's a pretty view of the lake.
Does your app have marked campsites anywhere, Kyle?
No. We keep going, there's 200 up the road. Yeah. The search continues.
I want water side.
Looks like a pretty damn good campsite to me. Well, we're all situated now, so it's time to start camping. Get set up and get ready to relax for the rest of the day. Got a nice fire pit here, overlooking the water of the lake. Got a little beach down here. Someone's even built themselves a rope swing, I guess. You swing out and you go swimming. This place probably gets tons of use in the summertime. Definitely looks like it's a well-used area, but there's no one out here today but us.
A little soupy.
Should have used less water.
I wish John would follow the river tonight. What?
You're settled all at camp now. Got the vehicles parked and ready to go. JR had his tent pitched over there. I got the Forester up here by the water. Real nice spot. Got everything out. So that's step one. And step two. Cheers.
Copyrighted. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. When you mix caffeine and booze, you're gonna have a good time.
It's the beast.
It's a beast. I drink like 600-700 milligrams of caffeine a day, so this is number 2. You just gotta stay awake. Life's hard.
Yeah. And what have you got, JR? You got a meal too, huh?
Blake's Triple Jam, strawberry, blackberry, and raspberry cider. They're up from New York. Big fan of this stuff. Blake's makes good stuff, makes a lot of good flavors, and really hits the spot for camping. So
Nice. What about your meal? Oh, hydrated?
pairs well. Yes, this is the Peak Refuel chicken teriyaki rice. I put a little too much water in it, so it's a little soupy, but flavor's not too bad. Pretty good.
Nice.
I give it 3.5 logs out of 5.
Okay. What, late lunch, I guess?
Late lunch, yeah. We're gonna. I don't know what's the plan for dinner, Kyle. What do you think?
We'll get to dinner in a bit. I have to set up a few more things. And what I'm drinking is Bearded Iris double home style IPA. We picked up some beers on the way up here, some local beers, because we wanted to try some stuff they don't sell down around our side of town. So Bearded Iris is from Nashville, Tennessee. They're one of my favorite craft breweries, honestly, that I've ever tried. So I'm really happy to have been able to get some of these while we're camping. Next order of business, relax and hang out. We will get to some camp tours and gear related things later on, but time to sit. Been driving all day long, so it's nice to relax. Mayday, mayday, we have a tent in need of rescue. This is why you should always stake down your tent if you're not going to leave any gear in it beforehand, huh?
There was gear in it.
Oh, well, what happened? Why'd your tent blow away?
I'm putting up the footprint.
Oh, yeah, we're in kind of a windy area here. Okay. Some worms. There we go. Oh, look. We got one right here. There, good. Nice. Find us some more worms here. Let's see what we've got under this log. I have a Miller Lite here. Honestly, you guys, this is just like the most peaceful thing for me. This is so amazing, and one of my favorite things in the whole world is this right here. Just hanging out, peaceful scenery, wildlife, fishing rod in one hand, beer in the other. Does it get any better than this? Maybe if I got some bites, it would get better. And of course, our camping buddy was camping out of his 4Runner tonight. Care to give us a tour of Casa de John?
Yeah, you can climb in the back or here. Basically, it's just built this little platform. It's not the best. It's the $40 worth of lumber. Strapped down. I got a futon, mattress, a blanket my mom made me, and then a fucking big ass sleeping bag turned into a blanket. Pillows up there. I got a wool blanket here if I get cold. And then basically under where this goes forward, I just have extra storage there. Wool blanket, tarps, all kind of extra tools and stuff. So basically just climb in, and you can throw some hot hands in there if you think it's gonna be cold. But last night when it was 30 outside or 25, I was toasty with just thermal bottom on, and that's it. But yeah, basically it. And then I just use the front two seats when I'm camping as storage for dirty clothes or jackets, throw my boots in the floorboard or whatever.
Looks comfortable.
It's super comfortable. I just roll the back window down.
Oh yeah.
To get airflow so it doesn't get condensation in it.
Nice. Should keep us warm. It's going to drop down to below 20 tonight, maybe 15
yeah, I think it's
or
probably
so.
going to be low of 15 tonight, and then low of see, Monday's probably, I think, high of 15. So
all right.
Going to be probably 0 on tomorrow night. But,
well,
you know, I have a blanket my mom made me and a 25-degree sleeping bag. I'll be fine.
yeah, the extra love makes it warmer.
Yeah. Well, it's like also just like if you just have thermals on, you're fine. Like honestly.
Yeah.
Thermals and socks, you're not gonna freeze.
Yeah.
And if it gets too cold,
reach up and crank the truck up and let it run for 45 minutes and then I'm good. Yeah. Or I just leave.
just drive away.
Yeah, it's not being like you guys do backpacking. You have to walk out. Nope.
Yeah.
I'll just drive home.
Yeah, we're not exactly stranded. We've got 2 vehicles. So.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Cool.
Be nice.
Well,
ready for some snow.
Yes. Hopefully it snows tonight or maybe tomorrow.
It should snow tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and then see how much it dries up because there's a lot of moisture in the ground, how much water's on the trails, and be icy going home.
Yeah, well, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Awesome setup there, John.
Yeah, it'll be better next time.
You need not speak to me as to one of the fools that you take for friends, said he. I have not brought you hither to be instructed by you, but to give you a choice.
All right, so today I'll talk new gear report. Did get a few new gear items since last camping trip. Now, we are in January. Happy New Year, by the way. We're in January now. So holidays came, Christmas and all that. And most people in my family, they know me and they usually will get me camping related gifts. So all of this was like either Christmas gifts or I got with Christmas money. So we had kind of a camping Christmas. So looking over what we got this time, I've got a new camping cook setup. These items I've already had, but the new addition to this is my kettle. So I got the Sea to Summit X kettle and it nests in perfectly. It's designed to fit into the X pot. So this thing is a liter kettle. So this is really good. It's goes down slim. You saw how slim it was before I popped it up. It fits right here in my camp galley. So this will be my new go-to camping kettle that I bring along and pack down right here inside the pot. So it's perfect. All of this nests in. So I've got a frying pan and a pot and the kettle. So the kettle completes the system. So I think I've got a really good system there now. Another new item, I got the Flextail Tiny Pump X. This thing is really cool. It's just a tiny air pump and it doubles as a light too. So you can hang it from your tent or something. Pretty bright. And it's got a variety of nozzles you can use. So it fits all kinds of camping gear, so sleeping pads, pillows, whatever you need to blow up. It charges with USB-C, so it's really nice. And we even found out that it can double as a bellows for fire pit. So we had the nozzle on last night and we were blowing at the fire pit and it did a really good job of flaring the flame up. So this is good. I'm gonna start taking this backpacking with me because it's so light and it can double as a lantern that you can bring this and you don't have to worry about having the stuff sack for your sleeping pad, the pump sack, and then you don't have to blow it up with your mouth. You just do this and boom, it's done in like, I don't know, 15-20 seconds. So also I got this. It's a new combo cutting board. It's from Amazon, some off-brand thing, but it's really cool. A family member got me this for Christmas. So it's a cutting board and you lift it off and then underneath is a strainer that pops out. So you can strain things. I guess you could also use that as like a camp sink if you've got it. And then the cutting board here, you flip it over, it's got knives nested in here. And it's also got the center is kind of modular. So you can take the center out and you can put in different attachments, like a grater, something like that. So you can pop that in. And then if you're prepping food, you can grate like a vegetable or something. I'm not going to use this trip, but I've got it packed into my pack because it's so useful for prepping and chopping, and camp knives are always good to have. So this is a really good and useful camp kitchen item. And another thing I got is for the forester. It's this doohickey here. It's a step made for your door, and it's used to get up onto the car. So this definitely supports your weight. So you just stow it and you clip it here, and then if I need to get something out of the roof basket, I can just step on it like so. So that's useful. I was using it when we got to camp to unload all the firewood. And then finally, one of my favorite gifts I got for Christmas, kind of a camping gift, more of a power tool. Dad got me for Christmas. Shout out to him again for picking us up in the December trip, for coming out there and rescuing us from this enforcer. quick start. So it's just a reciprocating saw, you know, nothing special. Just use it to cut some branches down. So this trip, gonna use it to trim down some branches that we can use for some firewood. So that's all the new gear. I know it seems like a lot, but like I said, it was just Christmas a few weeks ago. So everybody that I know gets me camping stuff. Got some nice logs now. Sun's about to dip below the tree line, and then it's going to get a lot colder. Just hanging out. We got another local beer that I'm trying. This is the Peanut Butter Milk Stout from Tailgate Brewery. This one's also from Nashville. To me, it's a little light for a stout. Like, it just doesn't really taste super thick or creamy. Kind of like how I'd like a stout to be. It's got a decent flavor though. I'll have to sit on this one and see. I don't know. I wouldn't consider this an official beer review. Just hanging out. Time to light the fire. Get a nice base for the fire going. All right, sun's about to go beyond the trees, and then it will set shortly after that. So we'll go ahead and cook some dinner. So tonight at camp we've got cheeseburgers. Already prepped the beef. More specifically, these are going to be smash burgers. So I'm going to be making them on the flat top griddle, not the grill grate. Do some seasoning on each one. Colby Jack. Climbing? No, I'm just seeing. Climb up, climb up.
So here at Land Between the Lakes, we have a cool rope swing. And it's not windy, and JR is going to go give it a shot.
Please, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
The cool thing is it's got these little steps built on.
What's the point of the steps?
To get up to the ladder.
For what?
So you can get the rope back if you...
Oh, yeah, yeah. I thought you'd go run at the rope, you know, full speed.
No, you get the rope and you throw it back to yourself. I bet he can go one higher. What do you think, guys? Put it in the comments.
If this were, if this were intact, I would, but it's not, and looks dangerous to me. If it were like gonna be 50 degrees tonight, I might go for it, but when it's gonna be 10, doubt.
Yeah, see, that's the best, that's the most important thing is risk assessment when you're camping. And this guy here, JR, he's got real risk assessment skills.
Numero uno. All right, we got the nice cheesy double cheeseburger, double smash burger. We're gonna
I'll take the first bite. Let's see.
All right, give it your review, John.
John will be the judge of this.
It's a meat, it's got burger, it's got cheese. Still got a little pink in it, perfect. That's 4.5 logs out of 5.
It's a lot of logs.
That's a good burger.
Good warm logs.
All right.
Yeah.
Cooking up the last of the beef. Gotta say, the burgers were a hit. What do you think, guys?
They're really good. I would like another one.
Yeah, same.
Well, we got some coming right up.
Remember, kids, if you're gonna do it like this so it's not a solid stream.
Or just don't try this at home.
Yeah, don't do that too.
I think, have you used up an entire bottle of water fluid tonight?
We got a third there left, and I got a whole nother bottle over there.
Oh, all right.
We're good.
Yeah. All
We're
right.
solid.
We got some double cheeseburgers and some hot flames.
It's cold. Sun just went down. Dropped a couple degrees. It's going to continue dropping tonight. You can feel the moisture in the air. Real unfortunate to be somebody sleeping in a tent tonight.
What?
All right, so we're just kind of thinking about what we're going to do the rest of the night, and I think the number one plan is going to be to keep this fire going and survive, because it is supposed to get very cold. I believe the low is 12, and that's, you know, not accounting for a wind chill, which we're right on the water, so could be a little in the single digits for sure.
Oh, and what do you have to protect from the elements? What kind of gear and you know, temperature ratings you got?
I have a sleeping pad from Thermarest plus my fold-up sleeping pad from Nemo, and I think the R value adds up to about, I want to say it's 6.4. And I've got a sleeping bag that's supposedly rated for 5 degrees from North Face. The one bag it's called. And tonight will be the second night. I used it last night and it was pretty warm. It was great. Tonight will be the second night of it, and I think it should work.
Oh, don't light the shovel on fire. Oh, we got a shovel fire. Oh man, this is something. This isn't very safe.
I'm an old man. I'm going to bed. It's like 6:30 in the afternoon. Night. But I'm old and I want to go to sleep. And I'll be up at 4 in the morning, cold and alone. So y'all have a good evening. Thank you.
Good night, John.
All right.
We're gonna make some nighttime hot toddies with the High West rye. Ooh. Enjoy the rest of the night by the campfire.
Yes, John has gone to bed, and you know what they say, when the cat is away, the mice shall play.
So he's the cat and we're the mice?
God only knows.
Ooh, that's some crazy breath effects you can see.
All right, let's breathe into each other's mouth.
It's cold. In fact, how cold is it? Well, I've got a thermometer up here to tell us.
How cold is it?
How cold is it? It is 28 degrees right now.
Oh, geez.
Woohoo! 28 degrees Fahrenheit. That's below 0 Celsius. We've had the toddies on several camping trips already. It's nothing new. But tonight, we are going to need the hot toddies more than ever because the temperature is going low, 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 low. Tonight is going to be the coldest night I have ever camped, and tomorrow will be even colder. So we're looking forward to that. So that's why we want to enjoy these nice hot toddies tonight. Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers indeed. Warms you right up.
Oh yeah.
Nice rye whiskey with some, what is this, apple cinnamon tea?
Yes.
Really hits the spot. Representing some Cardacay River Brewing up in Ellijay, Georgia, up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Good stuff right on the river.
Oh yeah. Brought their cups a long way. Just happened to have them on hand. So using them to serve some whiskey. Cheers, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good night. And we're going to get right back to the fire where it's nice and warm.
Today we're just gonna discuss some of the things I kind of think about when I'm camping, and today I'd just really like to talk about some of my past favorite things to do and experiences. I was a Boy Scout for a long time when I was a kid, and I remember some of my favorite memories camping and just being outdoors. Honestly, like I'm a big fan of music, a big relationship with music, and it just really calms me. And one of my favorite memories when I was in Boy Scouts, I would always sneak in a CD player with headphones because we weren't allowed to have technology in our troop. We weren't supposed to have stuff like that. You know, they want us to be in nature and all that, but I just really love music and I like listening to music. And one of my favorite memories is just looking up at the stars. And I had a Rush CD, and I love Rush still, my favorite band of all time, and
just thinking about the memories of listening to The Trees by Rush and looking at the stars in the woods, listening to Xanadu, stuff like that. I don't know if you guys are fans of Rush, then that's great. You probably know those songs and they're just amazing. I love some prog rock, but those songs, every time I still hear them today, those are the memories that are evoked, or those camping memories of just sitting, looking under the stars with my headphones, kind of sneaking away from the campsite from everybody else, and just really having a true moment of solitude, listening to some life-changing music for me, and just really getting to almost drift away into the universe. So that's just one of the things I've been thinking about recently, and looking at this campfire really makes me yearn for those days.
Man, it's got me thinking about my old past with the outdoors. You know, I never had a big athletic background when I was a kid, you know, backpacking and hiking and stuff. But I really liked getting outside anyways, you know, just like casually on my own. You know, walking through the woods around every house that I lived in and exploring all of the various natural areas. There was a place when I was like 11 or 12 that I explored this patch of woods beyond some property near where I lived, and I kind of drew up like a fantasy map of the area, like a video game. Like I would name the areas and I drew them out by hand, and me and my friends would go explore after school. So I kind of take sort of that attitude into exploring while camping. I mean, honestly, I didn't camp a ton when I was a kid. I went out camping a little bit, but it wasn't like a lot. I've done a ton more camping as an adult. One thing I did do as a kid was a lot of off-roading and driving around trails. My dad actually was a founding member of the local Toyota Land Cruiser Club in the region. Him and his buddies had Toyota Land Cruisers, and they would go off-roading together. So a lot of times as a kid I would spend with him driving around roads, going over crazy off-roading trails. And at the time I feel like I didn't really appreciate it. You know, I was really young, and I was just more of just like stuck in the back of a car, just like being jostled around like, oh no, I don't like it, I'm scared, I'm sick, when do we stop, I want to play my Game Boy. I mean, it was fun at times and not so fun at others. You know, there were some harrowing journeys, but I look back at it now with some real nostalgia, and as I've gotten out into the outdoors, I really kind of appreciate that attitude from back then, and I'm kind of trying to recapture it here as we explore and drive around trails and go camping. So that's kind of my perspective on this, and I've really enjoyed kind of charting my own path and being an outdoor explorer as an adult. You know, you don't have to save the exploration for when you're a kid. You know, when you're old, you can still get out, and every day you can still go new places, and you can have new experiences, and you can enjoy being outside in nature. All right, well, it's been a long day. It's been a fun day though, but we spent a long day driving and coming down and camping and having fun at the campsite. But I think it's about time that we turn in for the night, you know?
Yep, it's getting a little cool, and gonna let the fire down here. We may listen to a few songs and just kind of relax to the music, but you know, we've been kind of musing about things over the fire, and it's been a little cathartic. So you know, if you guys have some stuff that really resonates with you for as far as camping, some old memories or just some random things that really make you feel things about camping or when you are camping, just let us know in the comments.
Yeah, there's something about the campfire that evokes feelings of the past, present, and future when you stare into the flames.
Indeed.
So, yeah, share with us your favorite camping memories. Until then, we are glad to be here tonight making camping memories with all of you. So, cheers, JR.
Cheers to you, and cheers to you guys.
Hope wherever you are, you're having a good time. And hopefully you can get outside soon and have fun going out camping, hiking, backpacking, doing something outdoors. But until tomorrow, we're just going to turn in for the night. It's not the end of our adventure, but it's the end of quite the eventful day. So we'll see you tomorrow.
End of chapter 2.
Yeah. Good night.
JR here. It's about 5:45 in the morning, and maybe about a half an hour ago I was woken up by some clanging and banging in our campsite. I was a little worried that I didn't really know exactly what it was. I did hear some vehicles, so I assumed either something was getting into something, or maybe Kyle was, I don't know, up moving a bunch of crap around, but I doubted that. And got out of the tent, and there's some guys pretty close to our campsite, right maybe 100 yards on the beach, since we are on the water, launching canoes to go canoe camping. Looked like they had some trolling motors and stuff. So I just let them be. I had some weird paranoia dreams last night, and just yeah, kind of freaked me out a little bit. So we're good. I'm back in the tent. It's pretty cold. I just don't know the exact temps, but it's definitely in the 20s, probably low 20s. Readjusted my sleeping bag and bundled up. Probably gonna catch another little nap here before the sun comes up.
Good morning. Sun just came up not too long ago. John went ahead and fired up the 4Runner to warm up. How long you been awake, JR?
Awake? What time is it? It is 6:50. I've been awake about an hour and a half, probably.
Okay. It's cold. I put on my heavy coat. Let's check out the temp. 13 degrees. 13 degrees.
Feels it.
It's an excellent spot to wake up to, though. And over here, we had some early morning camp visitors. They came by around 5 a.m. and cast out canoes. I'm not sure why they got so close to us, considering the size of this place and how there's boat ramps everywhere, but they chose to pull up, you know, within 500 feet of the campsite and just park there. They're kind of noisy earlier, casting out their canoes too. But, you know, it is what it is. Enjoy the sunrise, and I think warm up a bit and cook some breakfast soon.
How'd you sleep, JR? You know, pretty well. It's what, about 13 degrees right now out here. It was probably in the high teens, low 20s pretty much all night, and I surprisingly slept very well, actually. I think it was because there was not really any wind compared to last night. I actually think I slept better last night than I did the night before. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. It was pretty quiet and peaceful. No loud windiness. I didn't sleep good. I slept perfectly.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, just I think just had the right amount of food and hot drinks like the hot toddy and the campfire whiskey just to keep me warm enough. And then by the time I crawled into my sleeping bag, I just went out like a light, and I slept through the entire night, and it was really nice. I stayed perfectly warm, no problems at all. I mean, I was fully bundled, like I zipped the bag up all the way and I cinched it, you know, just to have the, you know, covering around my face. So I was definitely in there bundled up. So I kept perfectly warm, and it was great. I mean, I think we both were woken up by the trucks that pulled up next door. I saw the headlights coming through the windshield of the Forester. And you might have heard it in the background. It sounds like they're out hunting because they were shooting, and it was pretty loud.
Yeah, you being in the Subaru sleeping versus me in the tent, I don't even know if you definitely heard the shotgun shot. That had to have been pretty close, but
Yeah.
I felt it. I don't know exactly where they are or where they were, but
Yeah.
when they fired a couple rounds off, I was already awake, so it didn't wake me up, but I was just reading my book, and it was I felt the force.
Yeah. Oh, and it looks like John is stirring. That sound you heard is the Forerunner running. Morning, John.
How long y'all been up?
You look like you're taking his order at the food truck.
Well, my whole body's warm except my face and my hands right now, so that's fine.
Yeah, how'd you sleep?
I thought, awesome.
All right.
Nice and warm.
We're discussing the plans for the day.
Okay. What's the idea
The
so
plan
far?
is go find somebody else's campsite and just be obnoxious and make noise and shoot guns while they're sleeping.
I know the canoe guys are right over the water.
I know.
I can't zoom in, but they're over there. They're shooting shotguns, and they made noise setting up, like I was saying. So, yeah, that's just perfect.
Real Kentucky,
Yeah, I don't know how they do things here in Kentucky, but where I was raised, you don't roll up on somebody's campsite at 5 a.m., startle them, making a bunch of noise.
Go shoot guns.
Go shoot guns in the bay.
100 yards away from their fucking camp.
It is duck hunting season, I believe.
Well, I only heard one duck. It didn't need 7 shots.
These lakes are enormous, and there's so much land out here. And of all of the places to cast off, they chose the bay. Not only the bay, but directly next to the campsite. This is a big bay. They could go down the peninsula, they could go up, they could go around. There's actually a boat ramp over there.
So I think what we
all
do
kind of
is-
places. Oh well.
I think what we do is it's pretty cool. I think we spend a good part of the day exploring, driving around, stay warm, stay healthy. I got 3/4 of a tank, so I'm fine. We start running low, running down, grab a hot meal, like a real, not like we're not about to eat hot food, but you know what I mean. And then go find a place. Probably about 2 or 3, find somewhere to crap out and go back to sleep.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, what? It's not even 7
No, it's
at this
probably
point.
7.
Oh yeah, just after 7. So,
Yeah, so we're fine.
plenty of time. Plenty of time to
hour
cook
and a half
breakfast.
to get food.
For the coffee setup this morning, kind of got a backpacking setup. I got the Jetboil Flash backpacking stove, and then I've got a packable AeroPress coffee maker. So I've taken this setup backpacking before, and I brought it on this trip just so that I didn't have to fire up the full stove if I wanted to make some coffee or tea in the morning. So coming in handy now, because I'm going to unpack the stove in a minute, but I want to get something warm inside me first. So AeroPress going. The Jetboil just wasn't getting it done in this cold, so I had to open up the bigger stove and boil the water there. So got the coffee brewing now. Go on now. Go back to the boat, your truck. Go on now. You go for a ride? Go on. Okay, finally got my cup of coffee. That took way too long after everything. The hunters in the canoe came back. Real cute hunting dog that came up here. But yeah, they didn't say anything to us. I mean, what is there to say? We're not going to start like trouble with them or anything. So just let them be on their way, and then we can just do our own thing. Let's make a nice bacon and eggs breakfast. All right.
What a piece of shit, dude.
Dig in, boys. Proper breakfast. Real nice. as the sun comes up over the water.
Good.
You want that scrapple? Well, breakfast was good. We're just breaking down camp here. Only a few more minutes to go, and then we're going to explore some more. So go ahead and wrap this up and finish packing up the Forester. Had to clean up. Got the radios again. Mr. Green, this is Mr. Blue. Do you read me?
Mr. Blue, this is Mr. Green. I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, let's fire it up, and we're gonna hit the trail again. Just go explore. It's only 9 o'clock, so we have all day, and then we're gonna find another campsite. So another day on the trails and the land between the lakes awaits us. Let's roll. All the way down at the end of that logging road is a church. St. Stephen Catholic Church, here in the middle of the woods in the land between the lakes. Wow.
What's the date on that?
1875 to 1902. That's a young guy, only 27.
Tiny little creek crossing. Mud here. Frozen mud falls. Got kind of a difficult crossing here. Piece of cake. Whoa! That's not good.
Oh, makeshift traction boards?
Got one, yeah. Let's see what this side looks like.
We need to break out the shovels.
Probably not. Let me see this side.
That's as stuck gets. Nice new coat of paint, though. See if it works. Not so much. Frozen mud puddle. This is not a real traction board, but it's the best we've got. buried in the mud hole, and it looks like the vehicle itself is stuck, like wedged in the earth there. Axle. So maybe if we can dig it out.
No, we won't be able to dig it out. Not as hard as this earth is.
What are you going to do with the shovel?
Lean it on.
Well, all efforts to unstuck the 4Runner so far have failed. We'll give it another few goes.
All right, Kyle, what's the situation here?
Okay, so John here is still stuck, unfortunately. We tried our best, but just could not get him unstuck. He's basically beached, like the underside of the 4Runner stuck into the ground. And tried pushing it, tried wiggling it. We tried kind of a not safe amateur recovery method where we used ratchet straps behind the Subaru Forester and tried to pull it. That didn't work. So we tried to contact a towing company. They didn't answer. So the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna drive back the way we came, and we're gonna see if we can flag somebody down for help. There actually happens to be an off-roading park in Land Between the Lakes, so we're gonna go straight there. And you know, people with Jeeps and off-roaders hang out there, so hopefully someone will have something and be willing to help us. We'll see. Well, we went to the off-road park. Today is not a popular day for off-roading. There was no one there except for these nice folks in a pickup truck, but they didn't have the capabilities to recover John's 4Runner. There might have been some folks out in the trail, but you know, I can't take the Forester out on some of those hardcore trails. So next course of action, we're gonna see if we can flag anybody down we find, or go to the visitor center, talk to the park staff. We were able to get a call to them when we were out there on the trail, but they gave us a towing company number, but no one picked up. So we kind of are slowly running out of options here. So, you know, fingers crossed that we run into someone willing to help at Visitor Center, or we can get a hold of someone.
At the worst, we would like to maybe get some information and,
yeah,
you know, follow leads like detectives here. So
yeah, John was thinking if worst scenario, no one can make it out and he has to keep the truck there overnight, it'll freeze overnight, and maybe when the ground is frozen there'll be a little more traction to get him out, but that's wishful thinking. So he'll have to camp in a mud hole in his 4Runner in that case, and JR and I would, I guess, go scout for a camping spot somewhere.
Yep, so I wouldn't say things are looking grim, but they aren't looking great right now. So we'll keep you updated.
So we have got some kind folks that are willing to help. We've got a couple Jeeps following us back out to John. Some guys with some really nice Jeep Wranglers that are really kitted out with all kinds of cool camping gear and off-roading gear. It looks like they've got a channel of their own, Absolute Outdoor Adventures. So they're gonna help John, and for their trouble also put it on their channel. So we will be sure to link to that here if we find the video. So back to John. We're only a few miles down the road, so should be back over there shortly and get to see a cool off-road recovery. Wow. So on our way up the road, turns out John got recovered by somebody else. So these are the good fellows from Absolute Adventures that offered to help us, but turns out we didn't need their help. Who picked you up? Or
Some dude in the Jeep.
Yeah?
Yeah, he
what did he do?
yanked his shit out of it, didn't do nothing. So he pulled forward and we winched off a tree and yanked and pulled at the same time. It was rough. Like, it was all his winch plus his Jeep to pull me. I was beat hard.
Did it damage the 4Runner?
The Toyota.
No? Okay.
Should have bought a Jeep.
Yeah.
Should have bought a Jeep.
So, wow. Well, that's good. And you've got the mud on your truck
I really
to prove
wish
it.
I didn't, because I got to go wash it now on the inside of my truck and everything. So, yeah, were they just down the road?
They were at the visitor center.
Oh, just hanging out?
Yeah.
Looking around?
Yeah.
To the off-road park. And then
Nobody.
All right, we are getting back on the road. So I'm driving again. JR and John are back in the 4Runner. So what we're gonna do, since John's running low on fuel from exerting the 4Runner so much in that recovery attempt, or the escape attempt, we're not too far from the edge of the nature preserve. So we're gonna shoot back over to the town real quick, and John's gonna fuel up. I could fuel up as well. And then we're gonna probably grab some lunch while we're there, might as well. So, you know, I'm just following John in the 4Runner, and we'll take a breather. It's 1 o'clock local time now, so while we're having lunch, we're just going to scope out some camp spots and then just head straight back. We're done exploring today. Sadly, that detour cut off a couple hours of exploring time, but we're running out of daylight here, and we need to hunker down really as soon as we can, because we're expecting it to snow. That's actually one of the reasons we traveled up here, is because we were hoping to catch some snow this weekend. So it's going to be a supremely cold night, but we're hoping a fun night. You know, we'll just stay bundled up and stay warm. Pizza. Fueled up on pizza and literal fuel for the vehicles, and we're gonna head back into the land between the lakes now. So gonna go scope out some more campsites. We have precious little time to do so. We only have about 2.5 hours of daylight left, so I think whatever spot looks good we'll take, but got some good leads. We've hit the trail again. Took a couple back roads already and decided to leave behind some options, because every trail we go down, we have to think, tomorrow morning, if it's snowy, can we get out easily? So that's being taken into consideration. So we've got a couple more spots we're gonna look at, and hopefully one of them will be good and have a good place to camp.
Yeah, that's 4, 6, 8 inches some places. It's just a creek bed that washed out. Road washed out into the creek bed. Nice and cold. Be perfect in the morning. Yeah, see, easy. Icebreaker.
Forerunner's going to scout ahead a little bit. Forester should be able to make through the big puddles. We just don't want to waste a lot of time going down this part of the trail if it's too rough. But we're about a mile from the end here. Well, after 2 or 3 hours of wheeling, this looks like it's the spot. We kind of made an executive decision where we went to the trail, and we decided that the conditions that we didn't know about weren't worth weighing for campsites that we didn't know were there or not. Plus, we got to get out tomorrow. So we came back off of kind of one of the more maintained roads and found this little spot. Nothing remarkable, not near a creek, lake, or anything, but it's got a fire pit. It's got plenty of flat room. Someone even left some extra firewood for us over here from last night, presumably. And if you can't tell, it started to snow. We've got the tiniest little bit of snow flurries coming down. So we need to quickly get set up. We've got about 30 to 45 minutes of daylight left, so not too much hanging out at camp, but that's okay. We had fun. Well, we did a bit of a speed run setup. About 30 minutes. We've got forester bed set up. Got a fire going. JR's got his tent pitched. So very nice. Got it before it got totally dark.
Yeah, I'm going home. Yeah, I'm tired. I want to shower. I got pulled out by a Jeep today. My manhood's ruined. Almost got pulled out by 2 other Jeeps. And I just really want to take a shower. Plus my wife's off work tomorrow, so I'd rather spend the day with her.
You're stranding us out here in the
Not
wilderness?
stranding you. You have a Subaru. You didn't get stuck today. You didn't have to be rescued by Jeep people.
If anything, John was slowing us down.
I slowed y'all down.
Ooh.
Next time we're bringing JR's Taurus up here.
Let's do it. Yeah. Well, we were certainly glad to have you.
Yeah.
Yeah, hope you had a good time.
Oh, I did. I just want to do more trail ride stuff.
Absolutely.
That's like that's the part I really enjoy.
Yeah, we could have done a lot more today.
If I didn't
lost
get
a big
stuck.
chunk of time.
Yep.
I'm just stating
Yep.
stating it, not pointing a finger.
Should have just bought a Jeep. But yeah, it's all good.
All right, well, thanks for kicking it with us, John.
Yeah, I'll be back.
We'll be camping with John again soon.
Yeah. What's our next trip?
Not sure yet.
Sometime in the spring.
Yeah, once
maybe next
warms up.
It's not even. It is cold, but it's not even that cold. It's just like the. Today was just things didn't line up.
Yeah, I guess we should have known when we were woken up by geese callers.
Fucking hillbillies with guns and dogs in our campsite. Yeah, being woken up by 2 gunshots from less than 100 yards away at you is a real good way to start your day. So, no geese hunters up here, so you should be fine.
Yeah,
just a lot of snow.
Well, safe travels.
Yeah, call me if you need me.
All right. Very dark. The sun has certainly set, and we're just enjoying its lingering effects before this forest is plunged into deep darkness. And that brings us back to our typical DK Adventure Co. trip. Just Kyle and JR at a regular dispersed campsite. I don't even know if we can see it, but it's real dark. So we both got some Creature Comforts Tropicalia. So cheers to a day and weekend of adventure.
Yes, sir.
We're probably not going to do too much tonight. Just keep warm, enjoy the fire. The snow is still coming down a bit, so that's nice. But yeah, not too much going on. So I don't know how much you hear from us this evening, but we'll check in a few times. But it's certainly been a fun day full of adventure. Shout out to John for joining us. It's always a fun time to have John. Going on some dispersed adventures with him actually somewhat inspired us to start filming videos. So we're really glad that he could make it, and wishing him safe travels. He'll get in touch when he's back.
And hopefully we will all see him in the future.
Yeah, definitely not the last trip that he's going to join us for. And here, check this out. This is the snow coming down. So it's coming down at a decent pace. I mean, I think forecast was calling for maybe 1 to 2 inches, so we'll see overnight how much accumulates. This is brand new. I've never camped in the snow. Have you camped in the snow before, JR?
Definitely not in my adult life. I definitely have when I was a kid, but it's been a long time. Boy Scouts. I remember vaguely a couple, but you know, it's been 15 plus years, so this will be a new experience for me, basically.
because it's been so long, and got to stay warm and dry now. So
Yeah. Well, we've got plenty of wood to keep the fire going for a while, and we're just gonna hang out. And honestly, I'm hoping that nothing too exciting happens tonight, to be honest. I just want a nice chill evening. We enjoy the snow and no problems, and then tomorrow an easy exit for us. So let's just hang out by this wonderful and warm fire. As you can see, the snow has certainly accumulated. It's only been about an hour. My goodness. Winter Wonderland. This is cool. The forecast says snow for maybe another couple hours, but we'll see how long it falls. It's kind of going to be interesting to keep all of our gear.
Got that firewood, son.
Oh, whoa. Be interesting to keep all of our gear snow free. I mean, you know, you just got to give it up. I've put everything inside that I think shouldn't get snowed on. And then when we go to bed, we'll change out of the clothes and be sure to sleep in something dry. Fire is keeping the snow at bay here. It's 15 degrees, really same as this morning. All day it's been in the teens, and overnight lows call for around 10. Not worried at all because I've got a 5-degree rated bag, as well as extra thermal gear and a liner if I need to bundle up. The challenge is to stay warm, and another challenge is taking care of bodily functions. You know, kind of have to use the restroom. You know which one, number 2, but I really don't want to go do that right now, so I'm gonna wait and see if the snow is at bay before I make a decision by the end of the night. Sorry if that's TMI, but it's part of being out in the camp. But boy, it's beautiful. Look at the snowflakes falling. Really sparkle with the light hitting it.
There's something on your windshield here.
Huh?
Have you been over here, or have you been sitting by the fire?
I've been by the fire.
What's going on over here?
I don't know. Let's see. What, on the windshield? Oh, hang on. Let me see. Oh, what's this?
Whoa!
Oh my God! Subscribe to DK Adventure Co. Whoa!
Wow, we got fans all over the place.
Oh wow! Jeez.
Crazy.
That's cool. Man, I think if you're watching this, you should take the snow's advice for sure. Oh my gosh, nature is full of miracles.
Yeah, and whoever's out there writing stuff like this, come join us by the fire.
Get some prizes out. Going to grab this little number here. Our friend Jim. Kentucky Straight Bourbon. We are in Kentucky, so drinking some local alcohol. Support local businesses. Jim Beam, owned by the Centauri Corporation. They're only one of the biggest beverage companies in the entire world. So here we go. JR.
We're drinking local.
Drinking local. We'll pass it back and forth around the campfire here. And I've decked out with the extreme winter coat, and I got some rain pants on, waterproof, so just to keep my normal pants from soaking through. Whew. Be prepared. Failing to prepare means you prepare to fail. This keeps your beer cold. Got the automatic case you can't tell, I had a lot of creature comforts this trip because I got a variety pack. We're gonna do a little bit of woods walking while we still have our wits about us and just check out how the trail looks in the snow. So we have this to contend with tomorrow. Just snow on the trail. Not too worried about it, honestly. I've got the, all-wheel drive on there. Over there, that shiny thing, that's a gate across the street. There's a trail that's shut off. Not sure what's down there, but... Okay, the night is definitely winding down. It's not super late, but it definitely seems later than it is with how early the sun sets. But yeah, we're just gonna kick it by the fire and stay as warm as we can until we get tired to go to sleep, which shouldn't be too long from now.
Yeah, my eyes are definitely getting a little heavy. It's supposed to be pretty cold, right? It's like 18 or 15 right now outside here in that range. Yeah. Honestly, I don't feel super cold. Maybe we've acclimated to it over the past few days. I don't know.
Let's see what we got here. It's currently 13 degrees, 13. So it's not, it's about as cold as it's been all weekend, but it's not the coldest yet. It's supposed to get down, tonight to like 10. So that'll be a little colder. But hey, if you're here in 15-degree weather, what's 10, right? Like not that big of a jump. Yeah. So we'll just enjoy the fire here. Finish the rest of that local drink, the Jim Beam bottle. So yeah, gonna sign off for the night and try to get up early tomorrow and pack up and hit the road because we've got quite the long journey ahead of us. But it's definitely been a nice, relaxing camp out. The snow has been super nice. It's been pretty good. It's yeah, like JR said, not too, like, the cold hasn't been like super suffocating. It's just kind of just enjoying the experience.
Yeah. This has been a really fun camp out. We've camped in 3 different places in 3 different nights, and
yeah,
I feel like we've gotten in a good amount of adventuring. And
oh yeah,
we've had some, side tracks and some setbacks.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hope everyone out there is having a good night and you're keeping warm wherever you are, whether you're cozy in your bed at home or out here like us under the stars. So have a good night. We'll see you in the morning.
Good night.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Whew. One of the perks of car camping, you get to sit in the car and warm it up in the morning. Sorry, JR. Hope you're staying warm in the tent. We'll come check on you in just a minute. It's 6 a.m. Got a passenger.
Morning.
Good morning, JR.
Just came in the car and we're warming up here because how cold is it outside?
The thermometer read 5 or 6 degrees.
Nice.
When I got up, all I did was I got out of the back seat and then I walked around to the front and cleared off the seat so I could sit in here. Haven't ventured very far. Yeah, I think we're gonna chill for a few minutes, just let the heater warm up our bones, and the sun will start to come up soon, and then we can get packed and get on the move. But just kind of coming back to life now. How did you sleep out there in the tent?
Pretty well, actually. My face definitely got colder last night than it did in the last night or 2 nights ago, but otherwise my body felt fine. My sleeping bag, and I wore this, so I usually wear a jacket when I sleep in the cold, and yeah, it's actually pretty fine.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I just had my thermals on and got in the bag with no liner, and I slept fine. I woke up at basically like 5:15, but I guess my body was just like, okay, time to get up. But I was like,
No, and I stayed in the sleeping bag for another like 30 or 40 minutes, but
Yeah, it's a little dark, so no reason to pack up in the dark, and we could probably want to wait till it's a little lighter out to start driving anyway, so.
yeah, of course, you know. Glad you're still with us. I figured if worst came to worst, I'd hear some zombie banging on my window in the middle of the night begging to be let in here, so.
It's very possible, yeah.
All right, well, let's warm up. This is a nice setup in here, though. Nice and cozy. Got all the windows shaded. Got the lantern up. Got two guys sitting in the front seat. Windows are so frosty, and I don't see any sunlight out there.
It's gonna need some defrosting for sure.
Yeah, keep it running as we're packing too. Well, it's nice when it's light out and you can see the snow. Packing up the tent, JR. Is it soggy?
It's icy for sure. I kind of gave up hope halfway through packing up that I'm gonna be able to completely get it de-iced, and just gonna take it home and air it out and clean it off. It needs it needs a bath anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah, just gonna try to make it fit today and figure it out tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan. I took a little look around. Didn't see any suspicious footprints that we didn't remember leaving, or any strange otherworldly hoof marks, claw marks. So looks like we were left alone last night, and the beast of the land between the lakes stayed warmed in his home and did not pay us a visit.
All right, so this is the state of the forestry road that we camped off of in the Subaru and in tent tonight. The snow is pretty soft, kind of packs down as you step. It's not wet or icy yet. I mean, it is like, I think the temp said 7 degrees, 5 degrees. It's been fluctuating this morning, but we're going to be testing the limits of a Subaru Forester today for sure. And Subaru, I believe that you should give me an Outback or a Forester as well, and we'll just make commercials here for you in the snow. So hit me back. My people will be in touch.
Well, we're all packed up and ready to go. As much as I'd love to explore the land between the lakes in this beautiful winter weather, we do have to get home, and it's going to be a long trip. So the adventure will be contending with wintry weather conditions, traveling through 3 states today. But man, it's really nice out here. Well, let's hit the road. I'll record some of the trails on the way out. We have to take the most direct path out to the main road. I don't want to try to roll the dice with any conditions that we're not certain of.
Yeah.
There was a nice creek crossing the way we came, but we decided to go another way because we don't know how that creek's going to be this morning.
Yep, definitely gonna have to want to play it safe, because we don't want to get stuck, and we don't want to make somebody risk their lives to save our dumb selves.
Yeah. All in all, fantastic trip though. Snow camping was really nice. It was really cool watching the snow fall down as we sat by the campfire last night. You know, got to explore a lot. Did some campsite hopping, 3 campsites in 3 nights in 2 different states. So that's pretty cool. It's quite the adventure. Hope everybody enjoyed hanging out with us and had a good time in the winter camping adventure. Stay tuned for more camping trips, and of course, check out the channel for gear reviews, mainly camping trips, other random camping and outdoor videos. So like I said, I'll record some beautiful footage of us heading out today, but until next time, see you later.
See ya.
passing through Nashville. Yeah, it's just free for all. No lanes on the highway, nothing.
Yep. John called us earlier. He was a couple hours ahead of us because he stayed in the motel last night. And he was letting us know that Nashville would get pretty rough. And weirdly enough, it's rougher in Nashville than it was near the land of the lakes. So, but pretty interesting to see for sure.
This is crazy.